The previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. 3 yards the gain there, second down. They'll look to throw here. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. The Lions on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. Lions turned away on 4th down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special Christmas Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium. season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Take it in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big pickup there on the run.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Foster.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. Touchdown, Giants! Sterling Shepard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair.
19 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
Going down the middle, and it's complete.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Working with his 2nd and 4. Off the option, here's Montgomery.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run. This is Cohen. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 2nd down at 4. Play action. It's Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen.
And when you see a fake field goal, this is often one that you see, especially in today's NFL, where the holder gets outside of the pocket and has that run-pass option before finding a receiver and picking up a first down, because a lot of the holders are pretty good athletes nowadays.
Yeah. Off play action, Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Fields. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
So on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Bears take over. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Seven, our score after 1. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Throw is Fields. They'll roll him out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A Azeez Ojulari in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 33. There we go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. A look at Sterling Shepard as he and this offense get set to go again. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 15. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a couple. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Throwing again is Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be third down. Here's Fields. Rolling to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Azeez Ojulari has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a play fake here on first down. Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A handoff to Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Fields.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Back to throw, Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. A
Play fake, now Fields to throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now it's Fields.
Flushed out right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Running for it, Montgomery. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes this to Russell Gage. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second and 1. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw again.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll get you down the coast due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option.
He'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Rolling to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
A gain of 6 there on first. Second and 4. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Here's a give to Barkley.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Azeez Ojulari in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged, how big a mistake and when it occurs.
And he loses the football a second time, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. On second down now, Barkley. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. He'll drop to throw. Got an open man, it's Foster. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. We are off to the fourth quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 14. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing to start the drive. Fields.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. To throw again on second down. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, Fields.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Fields. And able to connect with Berrios. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Fields.
Throw caught by Cleveland.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Bears on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game.
On second and goal, here's the option.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall.
And the Bears have retaken the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Giants now down on the scoreboard. A minute 56 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
He'll look to throw.
Got a man, that's Colin Johnson.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And they will take a knee here. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bears, it's a good fifth win.